name is Taylor, and today we are going to be talking and practicing around the full moon in August, also known as the sturgeon moon, the harvest moon, lots of different names based on the cultures and what they did around this full moon this time of the year. I recently just found out that in my area where the Catawba Indians inhabited, they call this the dry moon, which made a lot of sense because before the last week, everything was super dry and dying and everything. But this past week, we've had a lot of rain that's kind of rehydrated everything. But I thought that was just a cool little fact that I learned as I was researching this moon. This is also the moon for strength, perseverance, spirituality, gratitude, and harvesting. Full moons are always about harvest and building community, and I think this is a very beautiful little piece of life that has transcended through the ages. We always come together through harvest, whether that's just the manual labor of gathering, getting our harvest, preserving our harvest, and typically we have a celebration or a festival around this harvest. And I think that in this full moon, we need to really focus on building community and remembering to show gratitude for that community. So just make sure that you're asking for support where you need it and showing gratitude for that support. This moon is also the sign of Aquarius, which our body correspondences for Aquarius are the calves, ankles, shins, and Achilles heel. And we'll be showing a little extra attention and love in our flow to those parts of the body today. So we're going to begin our practice. I'll be using blocks in my practice. If you don't have blocks, you can use anything that's block shaped. So thick books are always really helpful here. Anything that is sturdy and can hold weight. I also have a Spotify playlist for every flow that I do on here. So if you are interested in that playlist, it is linked in the description below, and you can start it whenever we start our practice. So we're going to begin in a seated position, Sukhasana, anything that is comfortable for you. Sometimes I like to place a block or a blanket underneath the sit bones while I'm doing my breath work, just to make a little bit more room for the abdomen. So because when you're just in your seated position, everything kind of scrunches in, so it can give you a little bit more support there. And hands can come to the lap, the knees. You can put one on the heart, one on the belly, whatever is most comfortable for you. And we're going to close the eyes or soften the gaze and just begin to bring awareness to the breath and body. Notice how the body moves with each inhale and exhale. Begin to deepen your breath in and out through the nose. Drawing in the breath all the way down to the lower belly. Slow and even inhales and exhales. Feel the earth supporting you. Remembering that she gives us so much. And in this support, let everything drop away to begin this practice. We're going to take 3 deep breaths now. These are going to be the deepest breaths you've taken all day. We're going to inhale through the nose. At the top of the breath, pause, just hold for a second, open the mouth, and let it go. Make the next even deeper. So inhale, pause at the top, open the mouth, and exhale. One more just like that, but even deeper. So inhale, pause, open the mouth, and sigh it out. If you had your eyes closed, you may blink them open. We're going to take our block, if you had one, and set it to the side. And we're going to turn to face the top of our mat. We're going to extend the right leg. Left foot is going to come to the inner thigh of the right leg. We're going to grow tall through the crown of the head. Arms to the sky. Exhale, you're going to fold over your right leg. Inhale, rise up. We're going to take the left leg. We're going to leave it how it is, but bring it a little bit more into center. We're going to take the right leg over the left. We're going to ground the right hand behind. Inhale, left to the sky. Exhale, left elbow comes to right knee for a twist. Gaze can go over the right shoulder. Exhale, release, and counter twist to the left. Release. We're going to stack the legs for double pigeon or fire log pose. So left leg on the bottom, right leg on the top. And you're just trying to make your shins parallel to one another. And if this is enough sensation, stay here. If you have a little bit of a gap, you can always put a block in between there just for a little more support. And remember, we are leaning on support if we need it. You can stay here if you like. If you would like to deepen, we are going to fold over our fire log. Really feeling into the hips. Inhale, rise up. We're going to release the legs. Give them a little shake. Notice any differences you feel on the left and right side. We're going to extend the left. Bring the right foot to the inner left thigh. Grow tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll back up. You're going to keep the right leg as it is. Bring it into the center just a tiny bit. Left leg is going to come over the right. Left hand plants behind the body. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. Gaze can go over the left shoulder for a twist. Exhale, release. Counter twist to the right. And release. We're going to find our fire log pose with the right shin on the bottom, left on top. If you need your extra support with your block, you can take that. You can stay here if this is enough. To deepen, we're going to fold. Inhale, rise back up. We're going to release the legs. Give them a nice shape. Going to roll over the feet for a tabletop position. We're going to find a cat-cow child's pose below. So we're going to inhale, drop the navel, look to the sky. Exhale, round the back, drop the head, push the mat away, and drop the sit bones down to the feet for a modified child's pose. Inhale, back to cow. Exhale, round. And float the sit bones back to the feet. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round. And child's pose. Take a couple of rounds just like this to your own breath. Eventually, we're going to find stillness in child's pose, so widen the knees and lower down for child's pose. We're going to inhale back to tabletop. We're going to tuck the toes and drop the sit bones back. If this is enough sensation, you can stay here. For more sensation, the more you walk your hands back, the more you'll feel it. This is called screaming toes. And just sitting here, breathing. Then we're going to come out, untuck the toes, and just tap the tops of the feet to the mat. We're going to tuck the toes and push up, push back for downward dog. And just pedaling out, really feeling into that down dog. Eventually finding some stillness. Going to inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, step it through to the top of the mat. We're going to drop the left knee, untuck the toes, and rise for a low lunge. Hands can come above the head or can come to the knee. Hands are going to come to the mat. We're going to find our block. I'm going to move my right leg up in space just to make a little bit more room for half splits. And with our breath, we're just going to move through low lunge and half split. Eventually finding stillness in half splits. Take the toes and point them towards the right. And to the left. Come back to center. We're going to come back to low lunge. Place blocks to the side. We're going to bring the right hand to the inside, so you may need to move your right foot towards the edge of the mat. For lizard pose. So just take a minute here. You might want to bring the right foot to the edge of the foot. Eventually we're going to lower down. You can always use a block to bring the floor closer to you. Going to ground the hands back to the mat. We're going to tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, and we're going to bring the left foot up to the top of the mat, but towards the outside of the mat to set us up for Malasana or garland pose. And I like to work into my garland pose the first time, so moving left to right. And then eventually finding some stillness in Malasana. If you need support in Malasana, you can always take a block underneath the sit bones just to make a little bit more room. Just breathing here. We're going to drop the hands to the earth. Bring the sit bones up and back. Heel toe the toes. Give the feet back together. And just take a moment in your forward fold. Knees bent for a little bit more support in the low back. And we're going to rise for chair pose. So chair, arms can be up above the head or at heart center. And just a few moments here. And release. Forward fold. And we're going to step back to our down dog. Notice any difference between the left and right hips? Does one feel a little bit more warm than the other? We're going to inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through to the top of the mat. We're going to drop the right knee to the mat. Inhale for low lunge. Hands come to mat. Grab blocks if you need them. I'm going to move my left foot up in space to make room for half splits. And just flowing here through low lunge and half split. Eventually finding stillness and half splits. I'm going to point the toes to the left. And point to the right. And come back to center. We're going to bring the bend back to the left knee. Place your blocks to the side. Hands to the mat. You're going to heel toe the left foot to the edge of the mat. Just take a moment here, setting up for lizard. I'm going to take my block to bring the earth a little bit closer. We're going to lower down to the forearms. Maybe that left foot comes to the edge of the foot. Hands come to mat. Come back up. We're going to tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. We're going to bring the right foot to the edge of the top of the right mat to set up for Malasana. Just breathing here. Hands come to the mat. Bring the sit bones up. Heel toe the feet back together. Take a moment in your forward fold. Inhale for chair. Exhale, fold. We're going to step back for down dog. We're going to inhale the right leg up and back. Step it through for the top of the mat. We're going to inhale, rise up for crescent lunge. So crescent, I'm going to make sure that back leg is on the ball of the foot. We're going to do an open twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist, open twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus. One more round just like that to your own breath. Meet in crescent. We're going to straighten the right leg. Drop the left heel. You may need to bring your stance a little bit closer to set up for pyramid. So once you have your legs in the right position, we're going to fold over for pyramid. Always grab your blocks if you need to bring the earth a little bit closer. Make sure that you're bringing that right hip back in space to really elongate that right leg. We're going to inhale back up, open twist to the right, and we're going to find a revolved pyramid here. We're going to take our left hand to the mat, thread the right hand back to the left leg. Right hand is going to come to the top of the mat. Left leg floats to find half moon. Woo! If you need supports, find them. Could be a chair, could be the wall. We're going to drop the left foot back down for a wide-legged fold. Ground the left hand. Inhale the right hand up and back. Exhale, Right hand comes to left ankle. Left arm comes up for a twist in our wide-legged fold. Release, hands to mat. Skandasana to the back of the mat. Right toes up to the sky. Toes come back to the mat. Back to wide-legged fold. Walk the hands up to the top of the mat. Right leg comes back for three-legged down dog. And then back to down dog. We're going to inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, step it through to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise for crescent. Exhale, open twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, crescent or cactus. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, center. One more round just like that to your own breath. Meeting crescent. We're going to straighten that left leg, shorten the stance, drop the right heel, setting up for pyramid. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, fold into your pyramid. Grab your supports if you need them. Pull that left hip back in space. I'm going to inhale, back up. Take an open twist to the left. Fold over the left foot to find a revolved pyramid. Right hand comes to the right. Left hand is going to come through, thread it through to the right leg. Left hand is going to come to the top of the mat. Kick off. Right leg floats for half moon. Drop it back down. Turn to the long right side of the mat for wide-legged fold. Plant the ground the right hand. Inhale the left hand up and back. It's going to meet the left or the right ankle. Right hand is going to come, inhale to the sky. Release. Skandasana to the back of the mat. Hands can be at the mat or come to heart center. Left toes come back to the mat. Back to wide-legged fold. Walk the hands back to the top of the mat. We're going to take the left leg back for three-legged down dog. and then eventually to down dog. We're going to drop the knees, lower all the way down to the belly, and we're going to set up for half frog, and we'll be here for a couple of minutes, so just really get comfortable. So half frog, we are going to take the right leg up. We want to make sure that the hip, the knee, and the ankle are all forming 90-degree angles. And just really getting into that hip. Head can come to a block, come to the hands, or it can come to the mat. Just find a place that you can really get comfortable and drop in, and maybe find a release. Begin to bring some awareness back into the body. We're going to bring that right leg back to meet the left. And set up the left leg so Make sure that you have your right 90-degree angles in the hip, in the knee, and the foot, the ankle. And once you are set up, go ahead and get back into that relief on the other side. Again, to bring some awareness back, bring the left foot back to the right. Take a moment. We're going to slowly with intention, we're going to come to the back body. Hug the knees to the chest. Maybe circling. Giving the low back a little massage. Going the other way. going to take a happy baby. So hands can come behind the knees. Peace fingers can come to the big toes. Or hands can come to the outside of the feet. For happy baby, you can rock side to side. Straighten one leg and then the other. Eventually we're going to set up to find Shavasana. So any shape that you would like to take for Shavasana. It doesn't have to look any particular way. Just a position that you can take to relax and allow the medicine of this practice to absorb into the body. Eyes can close, so soften the gaze. The next time you hear my voice, it will be to guide you out of Shavasana. maybe taking a full body stretch. Make your way to one side of the body and take a moment here before pressing up to a seated position. And to the heart center. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you.